Hello again, people. Um, I'm doing a video about my render settings and all of my Sony Vegas stuff because I've been asked quite a few times about what I use and what my settings are. So I thought I'd just do one now, so I don't have to keep saying to individual people what is and what isn't. So I'm just gonna open a random video. So hang on. It's just right. This is finished, right? But I'll just get one anyway. I'll do. Yeah, right. What I do is say this has already got some color correction on it and everything. Anyway, when you first put the video in, you want to crop the screen. So look, go here. Look, you see the black lines around the screen. You want to get rid of that. So what you would do is right click properties, untick maintain aspect ratio, and you want to color in disable resample. That's what I do anyway. Some people don't click disable resample, but I do anyway. Think it makes it a lot better. Sometimes here I haven't got it because I've already rendered this video and I haven't got the black lines around it. But if you do have the black lines, you just click that icon down here, this one, and then you just drag it in a little bit, and then you'd click the X. But mine's already done. And what else? Let's show you my color corrections. What I use, I don't use the actual color correctors. I use sharpen for one of the effects. I use about 3-4 effects. So what you want to do is sharpen, and then you drag it on to there, or whatever clip you want. It's at 0, and then I'd have saturation adjust when it stops freezing, which here's my one. I'll show you it. I'll just put it on there, drag this across. The amount is 1.1.0000, so full. The center is 0.0440, spread 0.5140, and then low is just right down to the bottom, -1, and the high is right up full. So then that'll look kind of like that, well, not like that because I don't want that effect on it. It will look like that basically, but you can put it on again if you want, make it a bit more, but that's already got it on. And you also want, I don't put soft contrast until the end. I first put on brightness and contrast, and I use this one, that one made it a little bit better, and it is brightness is 0.02, contrast 0.20, and contrast center 0.46. So you want those 3 effects, and then the last one you want on. You can have this or you can't, but I don't use this on all videos. I use it on some, because look, it goes like this. Look, it goes like a little bit darker and a bit of the blur around the outside. Not many. Some people like it and some people don't. So, but anyway, here it is. The stretch range 17.80, contrast 66.53, diffusion 15.25. The rest of them are 0, right down at the bottom. You want the exterior effect to blur on here. Blur. Strength 60. Horizontal blur 10. Vertical blur 10. Whatever that says. Vinegar, or whatever that is. Shape as rectangle. I just changed it to eclipse by accident. And then softness 20. Width 80. Height 80. Corner radius 15. X position 50. Y position 50. That's that. So basically, I'll take that off. Jesus Christ. Do that off. I'm going to take them all off, so then it will just run a bit faster. So at the moment, look, There's the clip. I'm gonna just pause that. So there's the clip, and I'll show you a few little bits and bobs you can do with it to make it look better. Say I'll just cut this down. You press S to cut. So like say you click there, just press S and it'll cut the clip straight in half. So I'll just use this clip. I don't know why, there's nothing good on it, but to dim it in, say you're playing it, let me mute the audio. It's a bit laggy, but no matter. And then like you see where it fades out at the end, I've rendered it. You grab this corner here and you just drag it in like that and it'll fade out. Or if you want each clip to fade into each other, then you just overlap it by like 1 second. That's what I normally do for clan matches and stuff. I just overlap by 1 second on most clips and then it'll do it for you, and it's pretty quick. And I'll show you slow motion as well. There's a few different things you can do for slow motion, but I see people doing all this velocity crap and I don't know why they do that when you can just simply, all you do is hold control, hover over the end of the side of the clip, near the end of the clip, and click and drag as much as you want. Well, there is a limit on how much you can drag it out, but depending on how much you drag out, the slower it will be. Or you can put it in and it will speed the clip up. So I'll slow it down there and I'll play it and it's a lot slower. It's a little bit laggy, but not that laggy, because computer, you'll have to render it out and the computer isn't extremely fast. What else? Oh, for music and stuff, well, you can press U and it will separate the track from the audio. That's a little handy thing you might want to know. Also, to get rid of, hopefully, most of the time, in most cases, gets rid of copyright reasons. You can right click on, for music, properties, and then on method on the audio event tab, go classic, pitch change, lock to stretch, and then change that the second 0 to 5, and then just press OK. It shortens the audio by like 0.1 of a second, and it makes it a little bit more higher pitched. You can't really tell, and YouTube shouldn't pick it up as a copyrighted song, so you should be alright there. What else? I've shown you my colour correction, a few little things. Right, I'll show you my render settings now. What I do when I render, you have to, say I want to render this here, I can just render this piece. Oh, that's another little thing. Say you're still editing and your computer's not very fast. So say you put colour correction on and that, and then you press play, and it's really laggy, like don't even do anything. Whereas my computer's alright. First, you can change it to preview up at the top here. Preview and then auto. Best is the full one, then it'll lag the most on that one. Or you can just highlight the section you want, like that, and then press Shift and B, and it'll go through the clip like it is now, a little bit slower, and then it'll finish, and then you press enter or play, and it'll just play it perfectly. Look. So that's like a mini render, but you can't do that for the whole video. You can only do it for like 30 seconds at most, I think. But for the render settings, what I do is highlight the section you want, file, render as, and then name it whatever you want, blah 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 blah. What I use is, file type is Windows Media Video V11 WMV, which is down here at the bottom. And then my settings are go custom. First. Down here you want render loop region only, ticked, stretch video, blah 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 blah, unticked. Say video markers in, that doesn't really matter, but I have it anyway. So custom. First tab is audio. Name it whatever you want and save it, so then next time you use it it'll be done. I've got include audio, obviously, unless you don't want it, then. And then you have mode, CBR, format, Windows Media, audio 9.2. one in the middle. Attributes 192 kbps 48 khz stereo AV CBR, which is right there. It's quite confusing because they all look pretty much the same look. And then the video tab, probably the most important tab. You want CBR again, format Windows Media Video 9, image size high definition 1280 by 720. The pixel aspect ratio 1.000 square. And there's only two to choose from, but you want the square one. A lot of people choose HD 1080, which you don't want, because YouTube doesn't really, I don't even think it supports 1080. So if you do that, it'll just take up more room, take longer to render, and so on. The frame rate, FPS, is 29.970 in brackets NTSC, which is there, just underneath PAL. Seconds per keyframe 5. Tick the overwrite default compression buffer, which is 3 seconds. Video smoothness 100%, sharpest. Bitrate, you don't want that ticked, it doesn't matter, don't want that ticked, don't want that ticked, don't want that ticked. You want internet and LAN ticked to 6M. And then index, doesn't really matter. Project, you want render as best, because if you render it as draft, it'll render really quick, but it'll be worse than an easy cap, so you don't want that, you want best. Stereoscopic 3D mode, you want those use project settings, and I think that's just default. And then OK, and then that is it. You've got that, and then you click save, like so, and it would render the clip. Right, that's pretty fast because it's like 2-3 seconds, I think, but I don't want to render it, so cancel. And I hope this helped you out, because I've had a lot of people asking for me to do something like this, because my render settings are pretty good, so, and my colour correction is it's basic and it's quite effective, so it's good quality, and my render settings brings out the best with a PVR and whatever recorder you're using. There's no distortion or any bad stuff. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, and subscribe and do whatever you want. So bye.